Baby, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like yesterday. We need to get them up on here. We need to get them up on this YouTube. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, everybody. I feel bad for the people that don't watch this live because then they have to sit for 5 minutes of us just not having a goddamn clue.
Yeah.
Waiting for these waiting for these livers to get on here. That's all right. Well. M. Blattner, Dano, Thomas Travis. Oh, I'm ready.
Fucking can't wait.
Oh, Imperial Shot. What's up, bros? How you doing?
What up?
We're very happy for you to be here. Hiya, Antigone, Guy. Greetings from Salt Lake City.
Hell yeah.
What's good, boys? Uncle Fucko. That's my guy. It was my guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hello from California. RMC Clit Miggy. David Vican?
You guys got some fucking
Vergacha?
weird names.
YouTube's lit, dog. Some of these people on here, they just make stuff to make stuff.
These are our biggest fans on YouTube.
Mike, I'll come see you, buddy. Let's get together. Yeah, we're waiting to go to Salt Lake City, too.
I know. I want to go to Utah really bad. I always tell people that, and they're like, you want to go where? I'm like, no, that's like my big place that I want to go is I want to go do a show in Utah.
Can I get a...
fucking yeah.
Yeah, you can. We'll give it to you.
I don't think we're ever going to get a fucking show in Texas.
Hard and fast, we are. We're going to get one... We're going to get on a cruise ship in Texas. So that'll
true.
count.
That's true.
That'll count.
Not the same.
No, it's not the same, but it has to count. Cool. Where do we go now? Start recording here. In 3, 2, 1. If you're here because you're a guy and you were playing in your mom's makeup and your dad caught you and he fucked you to teach you a lesson, welcome to the Brohio Podcast. Welcome to your therapy.
Been there. Boy, have I been there.
What was that?
That's like the way it made me feel.
You ever been caught playing in your mom's makeup?
Not my mom's, but my grandma did have this big fucking powder puff thing that she would have, and I'd always use it, and she'd get pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd beat me with a shoe.
Them old hags, their stussies stunk.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Brohio Podcast, guys. We're the most illiterate, degenerate fucking dumbasses on the entire internet, and we've been doing this for a long time.
Dude, I would beat the fuck out of that powder puff, and I would walk out of the bathroom, and it looked like I just fucking hotboxed in there. 5 years old, fucking, I open up the door, and just smoke bellows out of it.
Oh, man,
Oh, man.
yeah, those old women, they used to, it's like some, what do you call it, the medieval makeup. It was some different shit, man, them home brews.
That fucking Marie Antoinette.
That's another, from COVID, man. That's one of the worst things that became of COVID are all these homebrew fucking hand sanitizers. Mm-hmm. You put on some hand sanitizers, and it smells like you took a bottle of cheap tequila and dumped it on your hands.
Yeah, so whenever we would do, whenever we did our bourbon tours, last time we were in Louisville, there was a couple distilleries that we went to that was one of their side hustles during COVID, is they used the head, like the very first pour off of a distillation, and they would use that for rubbing alcohol, and they'd ship it out all over the place.
That's gross.
Yeah, man, it's wild.
We were in a crisis, hand sanitizer crisis there for a long time.
Yeah,
People thought hand sanitizer and toilet paper was going to cure the fucking virus.
Yeah, man, thought money was going to go out the fucking windows. They were going to be dealing Lysol wipes and toilet paper.
Shit, dude.
Man.
All right, how about we say thank you to our new Patreon subscribers, and then somebody wrote us the other day and said, "Yeah, you missed me. If we send us a message again, if we missed you, send us a message. We'll get you all figured out." But big old Sasquatch titties.
Oh, fuck, my favorite.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks for coming on our Patreon. Hopefully, you get the opportunity to come on them big old Sasquatch moon balloons. Those knockers.
Fuck yeah, man.
I'd love to milk off of I'd love to suck the tit I'd love to suck a titty. Any tit.
Yeah, especially a Sasquatch one. You know,
Especially a Sasquatch.
those areolas are out of control.
We had-
Huge.
My wife and I made very passionate love the other evening,
Uh-huh.
and her breast didn't enter my mouth one time.
Isn't that the saddest?
And she said, "What happened?" I said, "I had other things I wanted to give you.
Had other
I
priorities.
had other gifts that I needed to bestow upon you."
Yeah,
And then,
the gift of a load.
yeah, my love.
I'm gonna give you my love all over your face.
And then there was, sometimes when you make love, the bed gets a little damp.
yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my God, we need to switch the sheets." And I said, "It's our love puddle."
Oh God. Fuck.
And she didn't like it. She didn't like what I called it. She didn't like the name that I gave
I wonder why.
It's gross. Turn us off now.
Oh man, that's a way to dry up a pussy for sure. Next we got Johnny Boy Diaz. Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.
Johnny D.
Jonathan Diaz.
How about Areola Asbel? Hold on a second. Aaron Asbel. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the new Bro Talk that we're releasing second week in a row.
Yeah, man.
Bonus content. You say, "Hey, I can't get enough of these guys." Well, we got 2 half-hour bonus episodes in the past 2 weeks. One of them, I tell a story of eating a fucking case of makeup.
Yeah, you did.
So
That's great.
try it.
And next we got Nicola B. B stands for bitch.
B stands for Big Beaver. Nicola has Nicole and the Big Beaver. Nicole and the Big Beavers. That's the name of Nicola's band.
That sounds like a fun band
And the
name.
Big Beavers.
Yeah.
If you have a big beaver, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Please.
How about the guy from the Bible, David? David, thank you so much for being here. We went to school with a gay kid named David. He sent me a friend request the other day.
Yeah.
Hell of a guy. I thought
Yeah.
about accepting it. I really like the dude, and he's a pretty gay man, too.
He tried to front like he wasn't gay too back in the day, man.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
He was raised by a woman with a sister.
I knew he was gay right off the rip, dog.
He was a bad bitch, though.
Yeah, we had one friend who had a brother who I knew he was gay from the time he was fucking 7, and it wasn't because he was the school mascot. It was you could just tell.
He was.
You're born.
I thought about
knowing
kissing him a couple times to see if he
Yeah.
was like, "I like that." So I did, and,
Yeah.
he liked it, and that's how he knew he was gay. That's how I knew I wasn't gay.
that. There you go. I love this next name. We got Tyler the Cremator. Thank you very much.
The Cremator.
Tyler the Creator is my favorite rapper, so I appreciate that name.
Are you creamy?
Am I right now
Mm.
or in general?
In general,
I can be.
you stay creamed.
Yeah.
Cream the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Tyler. Jake
Oh shit.
Forbes, very rich family. Thank you,
Royalty.
Forbes, for being here and everything you bestow upon this stupid podcast.
Love your lists.
Yeah, love you, Mr. Forbes. Thanks.
Next we got Amy Baloney. Thank you very much. Love your meat.
I think it says.
Oh, Maloney.
I think it says Maloney.
Yeah, Maloney.
Maloney, the baloney lady.
Delivering that hot baloney.
You call me Amy, but he calls me baloney woman. She probably fucking hates it. She
Yeah.
probably married some fucking tall, dark, handsome dude with a fucking 9-inch cock, and he's got the last name Maloney, and she says, "Great, I'm gonna
man.
have to be called Amy the baloney lady for the rest of my life." Oh, she got,
Dude, I wish someone called me baloney lady. That'd
got
be great.
Frankenstein with a big dick back at the house. We got to live with his dumb name. She's
Oh,
probably a
man.
sweetheart. Thanks, Amy. We appreciate you. How about Wendell Mason? He sounds like someone that clean your fucking window at a at a busy intersection. Thanks, Wendell, for everything you do, and hopefully those tips start to pour in for cleaning those windshields because you got to take care of this Patreon stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, please. Next we got Juan Grado. Thank you very much, Juan.
That sounds like a specialized sandwich they started selling at Taco Bell recently.
Oh, dude, I'm about it.
Get your fried Juan Grado with guacamole. Juan Grado.
It don't matter if it's Taco Bell. I'm eating it. I don't care.
Yeah, you're right. And then last, we got Gore 7.
Yeah, cool.
Not Gore 6, not Gore 8. We got Gore 7. Thank you, Gore 7.
Right
Sounds like a very dangerous internet webpage to go to, Gore 7.
I'd be there.
So I don't know if I'll be Googling it too much.
I will.
Hey, guys, you guys can check out all the details for the Brohio Cruise. You go to brohiopodcast.com/cruise.
Sexiest place on the sea.
Hard to convey how much majesty is going to be happening on this cruise.
Yeah, man.
I promise you it will be the time of your life. It is. If it's not the time of your life, tell me halfway through the ship or through the cruise, and I'll fucking jump in the ocean and kill myself. That's my promise.
Yeah,
A
dude.
lot of people promise a money-back guarantee.
Yeah.
I'm going to go one step further.
A suicide guarantee.
If this is not the best time of your life,
I will fucking kill myself.
I'm going to make it to the point where you never have to deal with me again.
Hey,
I'm going to jump in the ocean.
that's worth the price of admission alone.
Someone that really doesn't like me is going to book it, and the first night be like, I fucking hate this.
Oh, God.
And then I'm going to beat the shit. It's going to be a Carnival Cruise Line for the night. I'm going to fight him in the ballroom.
You're going to, like, slowly climb the rail, like, crying. Like, you made me do this.
Would you stop everybody from stopping me? He said this is what he was going to do.
He has to fulfill his promise.
He has to finish the story.
This is his destiny.
Cody Rhodes, baby. He's got to finish the story.
Man, that'd be sad. You'll have a lot of fun. You'll get a lot of dick. It'll be a good time.
A lot of dick.
Come to the fucking
Don't
cruise.
come to my room.
You're not going to get a lot of it it's in quantity.
Yeah, dude. What the hell? What is in the news wire? What's going
I don't
on?
know. What the fuck's going on?
Let's see. A 60-year-old kilt-wearing man in Texas was arrested last week after he was caught on surveillance footage from an antique shop, allegedly grabbing several items off the shelves and placing those items in his rectum before returning them to the shelves.
Love it, dude. Love it. Kilts, man. They
Mitchell Seavest was taken into custody on one count of criminal mischief in connection with the bizarre allegations authorities announced. According to a news release from the Harrison County Constable, that's not even real fucking cops. Those are just cowboys that ride around
Constables.
Crown Vics. Constable. That's what I get when I eat too much fucking cheese.
Constable.
I get constabled.
Oh, man, that's the worst.
Yeah, I get calls from multiple concerned citizens regarding an adult male who they said was observed selecting items from multiple vendors at an antique mall outlet and placing the selected items in his ass. The male was then observed removing the items and placing them back on the shelves, the constipated constable said. A probable cause affidavit obtained by Law and Crime identified some of the items. A makeup brush.
Hell yeah, man.
Put a whole ass makeup brush in his ass. A restoration hardware piece, an antique bottle opener, and last but not least, a tobacco tin can.
What the fuck is that?
Put a can of fucking skull in his butt.
Damn, man. That's pretty cool. I like that.
It happened at the Antique Gallery of Houston and the Curiosity Shop. That would be the place that I would try it. Both of which are on Town Drive in Spring, Texas on the afternoon of February 10th. So our Texas listeners, we got a lot of you guys. If you're shopping at either the Curiosity Shop or the Antique Gallery on February 10th, you might gonna get some fucking antibiotics for pink eye.
Or maybe you're the person that the article's about.
Deputies said they witnessed Vest pick up the makeup brush and hardware piece, shove both items up his anus, then return the items to the shelf. She said the value of the damaged items was $130. Well, that's shitty.
Man.
The owner of the Curiosity Shop reported to deputies that she had reviewed security footage showing a man matching Vest's description doing the same thing with a $74 bottle opener.
What's with the bottle openers, man?
They threw away the items used in the incident. The manager said she believed that she had seen Vest in the establishment prior to this incident, which leads me to believe this wasn't his first time. This was not his first go-round. She said, I was just really in shock. He posted a $100 bond, and he's out of jail. It's not clear when he is scheduled to appear in court.
Damn, man. Bottle opener up the asshole. America wins once
You
again.
need a whole ass can of fucking tobacco, dude.
Fucking tobacco tin. Hell yeah.
That's crazier than fucking Florida, man.
This is why we're the best country on the fucking planet, man.
Best country in the world, best podcast in the world. Where ass are you going to hear about someone shoving antique bottle openers up their ass? You got guys like us, we're just shoving traditional stuff up our asses.
Yeah.
And you got this guy, Laurel Vest, I don't know his name, something Vest.
Josh Vest.
He's sticking whole out. Yeah,
Is that him?
Yeah. He's sticking whole ass makeup brushes up his ass.
I got a lot of ass hair, but I mean, I don't need a brush to style it or anything.
Here's the thing, man. If you gave me the choice, you said, okay, one of these items you have to put up your ass.
Yeah.
antique tobacco tin can,
Mm-hmm.
antique bottle opener,
Yep.
makeup brush.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting the makeup brush in my ass 10 out of 10 times.
Every time. Yeah, every time.
Slide it in there. I won't even know it's there.
You gotta leave the little bushy part at the end coming out of your ass so it looks like a fancy little like rabbit tail.
Dude, that's a fashion statement.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
It's hot. Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
Wonder how many times I bet he's does the same stuff at the grocery store, like a fucking head of broccoli.
He fucking shoves a whole carrot in his ass and the leaves are just hanging out. That's fucking hot. That's not dirt, that's poop.
If you've ever shoved a whole tobacco tin in your ass, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. And here is a quick break from a few of our tobacco sponsors.
Yeah.
And I've told that story a lot, quite a few times, where we had that wrestling sleepover in middle school, and me and a couple of our friends snuck around the school,
Yeah.
and I wiped my ass on things.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is the infancy of the internet. This is when the internet
right.
was getting kind of big.
Uh-huh.
And they had this giant polar bear, wooden polar bear. I wiped my ass on it and left a giant brown streak on this polar bear.
Poor thing, man.
Mm-hmm. And they took a picture of it for the school webpage, the homepage. So that anytime you would go to the webpage for our middle school, the homepage was this giant
Shit-stained
polar
bear.
bear with this giant fucking slimy brown stain on its leg. And they just started getting around school that was from Nick's ass. And the people would say, "Did you wipe your ass on the polar bear?" I'd say, "Oh, are you freaking serious, dude?
What kind of question's that?
What the freaking heck, dude? What the freaking heckers?"
What the frick?
Yeah, and I'd say that. And they'd say, "Good, because that'd be nasty." And they walk away. I'd be like, "Hope you ain't been using that stapler in English class, bitch. Fat bitch. Fat dumb bitch.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Ugly bitch." So I tell them when they walked away.
Man.
Dumb bitch.
I never got to do anything fun like that. That's pretty fucking cool.
Why? I mean, we don't have to stop because we can.
That's
still-
true. Yeah, that's true.
There's plenty of stuff on this desk for us to put in our ass.
It's fucking hell yeah, dude.
But the more I get older, I realize that I just don't need to risk it for the biscuit anymore.
Yeah.
I did a fake fall in the kitchen the other day. My back was fucked up for 4 days.
Why'd you do a fake fall?
I don't even. It was something stupid,
Just
dude.
say someone gave a fuck.
Make the kids laugh.
Oh, okay.
I was messing with Stacy. She was doing dishes. I was messing with her, and I was just kept on grabbing her butt and her tits. I was doing stuff, and I started like biting her on the neck and stuff. You know, like a cat in heat.
Yeah, yeah.
And she turned around and she was doing dishes. So she was working. And she turned around. She's like, "Fucking quit." And she spun around really fast. It wasn't mean. But I went, "Ah," and I fell down. I did a fake fall to make everybody laugh. And when I went, I felt like I separated my C6 and my C12.
Yeah, man, we're on the wrong side of 30 to be doing that.
And whatever muscle attaches your belly button to your penis, I tore that too. So I just laid there, and the kids were like, "Ah!"
You should get a laugh out of it, man.
That's what I was shooting for.
Yeah.
I used to do that shit all the time. That's why people used to hang out with me when I was younger, because I wasn't afraid to hurt myself.
Mm-hmm.
I put a big-ass fucking dent in that warehouse next to your house. I did a front flip into it.
Yeah.
And people just like to hang out with me because I wasn't afraid to hurt myself.
We did some fucking ratchet shit back in the day, man.
Kids are wild.
Yeah.
Well, some of you this is a very familiar circumstance for a lot of people.
All right.
Step family.
Yeah.
Stepmoms, stepdads, stepbrothers, stepsisters, stepcats, stepdogs,
I'm stuck, stepbrother.
steps. Like when you're going up a fucking floor.
Yeah, my steps in my house have claimed like 3 lives, so.
Oh, yeah, I know. Those are some dangerous steps, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You guys definitely need to install an elevator.
It's fucking rough. Everybody's falling down them in the house except for me. I'm the last one. The
Power
last
to you,
one.
buddy. Keep hanging on.
Yeah, I got cat-like reflexes, dog.
And children may struggle to adjust to new family dynamics when it comes to, marrying into a different family where there's step families involved, different routines, there's different rules. They may feel resentment or resistance towards a new step parent or step siblings. Children may even feel torn between their biological parents and the new step parent. They might worry about betraying one parent by forming a close bond with the other. There's different parenting styles anytime, you marry someone else and you bring somebody in that's probably parented kids before, and your kids have to adjust to that person's parenting style.
Yeah.
It's a sad process to think about, man. Siblings can be a huge problem as well, both biological and step siblings. They may experience rivalry and competition for attention, resources, and affection within blended family. It's a very scarce resource. Affection is. But step parents and stepchildren, they may struggle to define their roles within the family, leading to unnecessary and discomfort in relationships. And we're going through a lot of this, but I know so many of you have step family members, blended families. I and Robert, for us, we're not quitters like all of you. We still are with our wives. We've not divorced them.
Yeah.
But some people, they need, divorce was needed.
Sure.
So, and a lot of people, they find their sunshine. They find their rainbow on the other side. And I love that when someone leaves a really toxic situation, a person is being abused, whether it's spiritually, physically, emotionally. You have someone that's tearing you down to the point where you don't even know who you are, what your purpose is in life, and then finally you build up the courage. You build up the desire to get away from that person. And some of you hearing this, you need to do that. You're teetering on the brink. Let me tell you something. Life's too fucking short to go through it unhappy. To devote your life to a person that doesn't give a fuck about you, fuck that bitch, dude.
Fuck them.
Get your shit and come to my place.
Shove an antique bottle opener up their ass.
And go to the antique store and just start grabbing stuff and wiping your butthole on it. And put that shit back on the shelf.
Hell yeah.
And navigating these challenges with blended families, it requires patience, open communication, flexibility. You got to be committed to being strong. You got to have supportive relationships within the blended family unit. And my worry would be to get if my dad ever left my mom, they're 65. But if they did separate, if my dad bagged some 20-year-old with some hangers, dude, and he starts bringing her around, like, this is my new wife, and I'll say things like, I know my dad ain't got a hard dick. I say things like that. I get myself in trouble.
Yeah. I know firsthand.
I know. You've had... What did he say in Step Brothers?
Oh, it says you've had the young
You've
bull.
had the old bull. Now about the young calf or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what. No, but really, I think it is.
From my chest pubes to my ball fro.
Oh, I got a bead of hair. Dude, I think it's so weird on all the pornography websites right now. Every video is stepsister catches me staying home jacking off.
It's been like that for a while,
Stepmom comes in, fucks my brain.
It's weird.
I don't like it.
You know what I don't like as well?
Porn.
No, I like porn. Why are bushes back in style now, man?
I'm here for it, buddy. I'm sorry.
Man.
I know you're not one for it.
Yeah, you're a rugged boy.
But I like it. Like, we've been trapped out in the wilderness and you want your pussy eaten. Whatever.
I'm going to eat it either way. Don't get me wrong. I would just prefer not to floss while I'm eating. You know what I mean?
I feel like, sure, I have it both ways. I mean,
yeah.
The thing, it changes with the seasons, my friend.
It's wild, man. Yeah, it's different. Is it like it's like a winter coat thing?
And I don't think it is. But I will say this: when you got a big old stinky one, that's when it's a problem.
That for sure.
When you, but the same goes for a man. Some guys just stink and they don't realize it.
Yeah.
If you are a man and you're not washing your fucking butthole, the creases between your nutsack, under your neck, behind your ears, your face, the corners of your lips, under your nose, the crevice of your chin and the bottom of your mouth, your neck, under your tits, your belly button, the back of your knees, in between your toes. If you're not scrubbing all that shit, you are doing a disservice to everyone around you because you You smell like a fucking box full of dragon tails.
Yeah. That's one thing I refuse to be. Like, I can't help the way that I look. I can kind of help the way that I act with, but I mean,
not really.
I don't really care about that. One thing I can definitely control is how good I smell, and
Yeah,
I will always
man.
smell fucking great.
Yeah, me too. I bought some. I know it's
And
like,
that'll stick with people. If you're the smelly person, they'll always remember you as the fucking stinky person.
They
If you
will.
smell good, they'll always remember you smelling really fucking good.
there's someone close to me, and this person every time they're around me, they smell like someone who's left their laundry in the washer for 4 days,
Oh yeah,
then not even put it in the dryer, just take the clothes straight out of the washer and put them on.
it's mildewy.
And I tell this person, I say, it stinks in here. I don't tell them that they stink. I say,
yeah.
it fucking stinks in here. And they'll say, oh, it must be the thermostat. Must be the temperature. Must be someone stepped in cat puss. So someone stepped in.
Post.
Someone stepped on a cat's pussy.
Yeah.
Someone put a bottle opener in their ass. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there is no. Maybe you can't afford running water.
Speaking of which, if you become a patron of ours, you will see a picture of one of the dog's assholes that conveniently looks like a cat.
It does. I fixed it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But anywho, sorry.
Go to the fucking dollar store and get a bar of that Irish Springs.
Oh, dude, yeah.
When you're ready to start over,
Mm-hmm.
whenever you're ready to shed your skin like a lizard, you use that fucking Irish Springs,
Dude.
and it's like taking an old house and stripping it down to the studs.
Yeah.
You take that Irish Springs, you lather it up. One bar will last you a month. It's $1 for a bar. I mean, you lather up, you cover your body, and you take it down to bare bones, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Wash your hair with it. Take that bar of soap, wash your fucking hair with it, and just feel your hair. It'll be like rubber cement because it's all the oil's out of it.
Yeah.
I do it all the time when I'm ready to start over, start afresh, start anew.
Cleanse.
It's like a New Year's fucking resolution, the middle of your month or middle of your week.
Yeah.
Start over, but wash your fucking buttholes.
Just take care of your fucking self, man.
Clean up
Nobody wants to smell your fucking butt.
and brush your teeth and keep gum in.
Yeah.
Don't run up to me in public. Oh, Nicolicious, I love your podcast. And it smells like you just fucking hotboxed a tuna casserole.
Yeah, please don't do that. I will never kiss you with a mouth like that.
No, but I will still kiss you.
Yeah.
Because I love tuna lip.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people fucking people can stink, man. They're well seasoned.
Well seasoned. And the moral of it, I do not like those stepsister videos on pornographies.
I'm not a fan of it.
Let's hop into one of these first experiences of someone that's had a nightmare step parent.
Hell yeah, dude.
I guess we can probably my wife had a very difficult bringing up,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to a very bastard ass stepfather.
Hell yeah.
Very had a lot of sexually abusive tendencies that he went to prison for.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, babe, I could just interview you on this show. She
Yeah.
said, yeah, you probably could. And I said, I don't want to open up that can of worms. And the statistics for this stuff is actually pretty wild. But let's start with this first experience. It says, my mom and dad were married for 13 years before my dad died. That sucks. And they never once had an argument. My childhood was peaceful and happy. After he died, though, my mom lost the plot. She stopped eating, bathing, looking after us, etc. It was like her whole world was ripped away. I can imagine that.
Sure.
Though. 18 months later, she met this guy. Let's call him Jay. He took my virginity 2 days before I turned 13 whilst telling me my dad should have broken me in years ago. He would
the fuck?
put cigarettes out of my skin. He broke my nose several times, fractured my skull, and used to sell me to his friends for a bottle of Jack Daniels and a bag of weed. The worst thing to me was that he convinced my mom that I was evil and mentally unstable. At 13 years old, I had nobody. He eventually got arrested for trying to kill me and my mom whilst drinking one night. This is probably a bit too dark for here, but you wouldn't believe how good it feels to get this off my chest. Thank you
Wow.
for telling the story.
That's fucking right off the bat with a heavy hitter.
And now, Canadian psychologists Martin Daly and Margot Wilson found that children are 40 times more likely than those who live with biological parents to be sexually or physically abused when living in a home with a step parent or a blended family.
That's insane.
So tomorrow, if you and your wife, we have a friend, and tomorrow they decide they don't want to be together. Those children, the chances of them being raped or beaten by another person that isn't their dad goes up 400%. They're 40 times more likely to be raped or physically abused if another step parent, if a blended family is introduced into the home.
Good thing ammo is not that expensive.
But that's the thing, man. These are kids.
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
No.
And they don't know any better. Maybe that's like okay, this is how it's supposed to fucking be from now on.
Yeah.
Which that's the saddest part.
Yeah, maybe.
And over the years, we've talked about so much stuff, Robert.
Yeah.
And we've always had this one question: if you could be a superhero, and I've always maintained I would want to be able to save all the kids. That's a superhero I want to be, man. But fuck the guys in the army that are getting raped by other guys in the army. I don't fucking care.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guys in the army that are being sodomized
Yeah.
by other guys in the army, let them keep on fucking each other.
Okay.
I want to be Kid Man. I want to save all the kids. I really do. I hate
Kid Man, that's a rough one, dude. I don't know. Maybe you should rethink the name a little bit.
I'm pretty good at building business models. I mean, today's podcast payday. We're doing pretty well, We've worked together to get this thing off the ground. I think if we put our heads together, we can find a better name for me besides Kid Man.
Yeah, Nicole's already got you beat to that anyway. She's that's her thing. This makes me realize I'm fucking glad that my dad just beat me and not fucked me. Sorry if you've went through that thing, but fuck, it could be a lot worse, I guess.
And dude, it's crazy. Almost every girl I know that has a stepdad, like, yeah, he used to rape me. I'm like, how the fuck does this happen?
It's fucking crazy, man.
It's disgusting, man. It really is bad. But some of the stories, I'm not gonna put my wife's dirty laundry out there, but she had 2 siblings. I'd say in the hierarchy of who suffered the most abuse, she was third in line. There were 2 more there. One specifically that was pretty much absorbing the brunt of all of it. And he went to prison for the things he did to that one. And I just want to, I wish I could fucking kill people that do things like that. That's why I used to get so much gratification when I worked in prison and I knew a child molester.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I'd tell them how small their dick was. Like, oh, no wonder you fuck kids, man. You got kid-sized dick. I'd tell them awful things. I'd shit in their toilets in their cell and then clog their toilet.
Good.
I would take their clothes and I would rip them up. I'd spit in their mouths. I never did that. But.
The silver lining in that is that there is still like a code of ethics in the prison system and among inmates.
There is, but not enough.
There is. Especially if it's high profile. Fucking Danny Masterson just about got killed.
Which this episode was almost about him.
Yeah.
That's coming up. We're gonna do a Danny Masterson episode.
Yeah, they do not fuck with people in
They
prison.
do fuck with them.
They fuck with them. But like they're not. You ain't ganging up. You're not. You're not getting color. You're not getting. Yeah. You're on your.
You're
own.
getting your shit taken. You're getting robbed. You're not.
Yeah.
You're gonna have.
You're gonna
have a piss and shit stained pair of tidy whities on your ass and dick, and you have your dress blues, your state blues.
The entire time you're in there.
That's all you're gonna have.
Yeah. Which is reassuring.
Unless you make it to a protective custody camp.
That's the only outlier.
Now, this same psychologist, Martin Daly, he introduced the term Cinderella effect to describe the phenomenon of stepchildren being more likely to experience neglect from their stepparents. The name derives obviously from the Cinderella fairy tale, which features a stepmother who mistreats her stepdaughter.
She was a cunt, dude.
Cinderella was a sweetheart. I don't know why
No,
you
not
say that.
Cinderella. No, she was all right. I have no beef with Cinderella.
I'd say in the hierarchy of like Disney princesses, I'd like to just lay it in there. Mormon style, just do soaking.
Ones you'd pipe down? Is that what we're talking about?
Ones I'd pipe down.
Yeah, so
I'd say
Cinderella
she's top 5.
for sure. I'd say I'd give her top 3.
I've really been having an eye for Pocahontas lately, though.
Yeah. Getting a little ethnic, huh?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
because she wanted to be saved by a white man. She wanted to be rescued.
It's not John Smith, man.
She wanted to be saved by a fat cracker, which is me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I don't like that movie though.
Yeah. I mean,
Just okay.
the historic aspect of it is very sad, and it's just bad. But
Fucking Native Americans got a dirty end of the fucking stick, dude.
hell yeah, they did, man.
I'm
fucking the half fish princess though, dog. And I'm fucking the one that
Moana? Oh, Ariel?
Yeah.
Ariel?
And then number 2 is Sleeping Beauty. She fucked with dwarves, so she's used to little wieners.
I like Ursula. I like me a BB dub.
Oh, dude. Caked up, dog.
I slap them fins around.
She caked up.
Yeah, we just showed up one day and said, all right, you guys we're taking this shit.
Dude, well, I'm not saying we, because you didn't do anything.
We've kind of eased into our role.
Yeah.
But yeah, we really...
It's wild, man. It's sad.
That's what happened. A bunch of wild men showed up.
Fucking crazy. Anywho.
Research conducted by the Canadian founders of evolutionary psychology found that the rate of infanticide, which is the murder of an infant, was 60 times as high. And sexual abuse was about 8 times as high in step families as in biologically related families.
It's crazy.
We're talking about infants being murdered and sexually abused. How much that goes up compared to these children being in a home led by 2 biological parents. Similarly, research conducted in Brazil in 2010 found that Brazilian mothers were more likely to mistreat their children if they had a partner who was not the child's biological father.
Brazilian women, dog, they're built different.
They got bald pussies.
Fuck yeah, they do. God bless them.
They named the bald pussy after these bitches.
Yeah, they are the Cleopatra of bald pussies.
Yeah, man.
There ain't been balder pussies ever since the Brazilians.
That is the baldest.
Yeah, no hair on that asshole. No, nothing, man. Big asses, too. They're known for having big asses.
If you start to get out there in the countryside of Brazil, there's chicks with dicks out there, though.
Yeah, lady boys, yeah. They'll get you.
Sweet old lady boys.
Uh-huh.
Lady Bird. Good show, right?
Mm-hmm, very good show.
We asked the Brohio Nation, we said, hey, you have a stepmom, a step monster, a stepdad that you just a horrible nightmare scenario. Send us your stories and we'll tell them on this episode. And that's what we got. We got some stories. We got a lot of dumb shit sent to us.
Naturally.
Like, my mom forgot. My stepmom never wished me happy birthday. Okay, well, build a bridge and get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
I went to Texas Roadhouse on my birthday. I didn't sit on the saddle. Well, I'm fine.
Yeah, I brought my own dildo to glue to it, so I sat on it.
We got guys like Robert who's getting cigarettes put out on their eyelids and shitting in a hole in the yard to stay away from his stepdad.
Yeah, man.
People like that. People like Robert getting their brains beat in for having a pretty smile because he had an ugly fat dad, an ugly fat gay stepdad. God rest his soul.
Nah, fuck him. Fuck him.
Yeah, you got people like that, and then you got people, oh, my stepmom didn't tell me happy birthday.
Yeah. What a bitch, though, first off. I don't think my dad ever told me happy birthday, now I'm thinking about it. He just come downstairs and get punchy.
How about a Hawaiian punch?
I didn't get you cake, but I did bring you some punch.
Oh.
Oh, man.
My stepmom was something else. She married my dad when my sister and I were 13 and 11. Before they got married and she moved in, we never really spent any time with her. Finally, she did move in, though, with her kids. Oh, fuck. Her 5 fucking kids.
Oh, fuck.
Her kids are what she called her cats. So these weren't actually kids. They were 5 cats.
Oh, come on. You can't do that. Crazy cat lady, though, man.
She didn't have actual kids, just a cat lady with 0 experience with actual children. From day one, things changed. Suddenly, my sister and I were servants. She would yell for one of us from the couch. When we came out to see what was up, we would get an empty glass shaken at us.
That's so disrespectful.
Diet Coke with ice. If there wasn't enough ice in the drink, you went right the hell back to the kitchen to fix your mistake.
Man.
Sundays were now strictly for church and chores. My house, Sundays is for laundry and whores. My house.
Ooh.
No more hanging out with friends. She would sit in the dining room sewing, and my sister and I would clean the house, dust, vacuum, cleaning the cat boxes. Yes, multiple cat boxes, 5 fucking cats, literally anything you could think of. She would inspect our rooms after our Sunday cleaning with a garbage bag. Anything not in the correct place was thrown away. I remember once I was playing my Nintendo 64. I'm 37, by the way, now, so it was the latest and greatest at the time. And she came in for her inspection. I would take my N64 off my dresser and put it on the floor so the controller would reach far enough for me to sit on my bed, which I had done this day because I had just finished my chores. She came in, scooped up my N64, and tossed it in the fucking trash. My dad later retrieved it for me, and they had a pretty serious argument. But aside from rare cases like that, he always took her side. Those last 3 years in that house really fucking sucked. The day I graduated high school, she informed me that I would begin to pay rent the following month. I moved out a few days later and never spoke to her again. About 7 years after I moved out, her and my dad, they got a divorce.
She sounded like she's a grade A fucking cunt bag. Grade A fucking cunt bag.
I fucking dare a bitch to throw away my Nintendo 64.
Arguably one of the greatest gaming systems ever. They fucked up, man. I'd square up with a bitch.
One of our friends on Facebook, Cheyenne, she said, my ex-stepmom went to Disney World with us. I was like 8 at the time. My dad told me to wake them up. They were in a conjoined room. I stayed in the room with my grandma. When it was 8 a.m., so we could go to the parks. I went over to wake them up, and my stepmom flew into a complete rage, screaming, cussing, raising all kinds of shit. She literally tried to fist fight me in the Disney hotel room. She was 8 years old, mind you. My grandma heard the commotion and came over and proceeded to drench my stepmom in scalding hot coffee she had in her hand.
Good woman.
Needless to say, it was not the happiest place on earth. And, apparently she was a crackhead, too.
What a vile fucking woman.
So, Cheyenne, sorry you had to go through that. We had so many people write us about fucking awful step-parents.
Dude, it's a thing, man.
It leads me to believe that there is no such thing. I know there are.
Yeah.
I know I am close to people that are step-parents. Mm-hmm. But honestly, there's no good step-parents.
Yeah, the thing is like, these people, they're just, first off, it's not that they're just bad step-parents, they're just bad people.
Bad humans. They throw up a facade to make the love thing happen.
Yeah, they're miserable. Yeah. They're miserable people. And that's just, they take it out on things that, they feel like they could take it out on.
We used to beat the dog when we get upset with each other. We had a junkyard dog. We'd beat it up and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I know a lot of people experience this, and I was reading about it, and I started to say, yeah, this is a thing. And then I said, oh, this is Robert. People that are in blended families, but then the parents start to have kids in common with one another.
Yeah.
So that's how your home was.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad, you became not a blended family. You were an only child at the time.
Pretty much, yeah. So I was my mom's only kid, and then my brother and sister were my stepdad and my mom's. So I have no full siblings of my own.
Well, I'm saying your stepdad didn't have any kids. Before you.
Before me, right, yes.
So when your stepdad and your mom got together, you were the only kid.
Yes.
How old were you when they got together?
Around 5.
Okay.
I distinctly remember. I remember going to court and getting my last name changed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because my last name was not Schmidt. It was my biological father's last name.
Do you want to say what it would have been?
Yeah, it's Ellis.
I like that better.
Yeah,
It doesn't rhyme with a kind of poop.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I was Robert
What's your name?
Ellis.
Oh, I'm Robert Ellis.
Yeah,
I'm Robert Schmidt.
dude. I don't know if I told a story before, but there was a substitute teacher that accidentally said that one time whenever I was really little.
Robert Shit.
She's like, I mean Schmidt, and I fucking cried like a little bitch. I was like 7.
Fuck this place.
I was like,
I'm fucking leaving.
and she came over to apologize.
Dude, you're right, though. You should have been upset.
Oh, dude, that's funny. Yeah.
Now, when your siblings came along, and this is the question I want to ask, do you feel like things got harder for you?
No, because I was still pretty young.
Okay.
So it was within a year, I think, that they got together, that my brother was born, because we're 6 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still pretty young. I would say it wasn't until 6th grade.
This is when it got fucked up.
6th, 7th grade is when stuff started getting rough.
That's when you and I started hanging out.
Yeah. It was conveniently, it was right around the, and here's my theory. It was right around the time I started, like, maybe
Getting hair.
yeah,
in your
about
dick.
sixth grade. It was right when I started to get really good at football.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I played third, fourth, and fifth grade doesn't really count, because I mean, it's just like you're just fucking stupid when you're that young. It's just, you just do something to play sports. But I started to really like develop and started to get really, really good. And I'm pretty sure he got fucking bullied by the athletes in school. Like, you
think that's how it happened?
Absolutely, 100%. Because he'd always call it puss ball. He was so salty that I played football, and he would always talk about how like he got his ass beat when he was in high school. And I'm pretty sure it's like it's one of those things. It's one of
How
those,
extraordinary.
and the fact that I wasn't his, so he didn't fucking care.
Try
So-
to beat that shit out of your dumb ass.
Yeah.
Team you up. Turn you into a goddamn volleyball player.
And then conveniently, the one time I ever remember him coming to one of my football games, which was either my 8th grade year or my freshman year. The only time he ever came, he got kicked out because he got into a fist fight. I think it was like the first quarter. Like, he wanted to get out of there so
Get
bad.
the fuck out of here.
And it was one of his own friends that he got in a fist fight with.
You fucking dumb bitch.
Oh, dude, it's fucking wild, man. My childhood was crazy.
I'm sorry, dude.
It's crazy.
Mine wasn't. Mine was fucking lit, dude. But in a good way.
Yeah, it's like it sucked. It really sucked during, like, while it was happening. But like now in like retrospect, I kind of look back and like a lot of the stories, like me and my brother just tell each other, and like we just fucking laugh because it's just so fucking crazy and so wild. And
one time my mom found a bunch of used condoms, and I told them they were from me masturbating. She didn't believe me. She thought I was having sex, which I was.
were you also beating it in them?
Ripped her heart out.
Oh man, really?
No, I've
My mom went and bought me condoms before I think I was even having sex.
got you some balloon animals, Robert. For the past few months, I, 17-year-old male, haven't had a good relationship with my mom or stepdad. I'm angry at them because 2 years ago when my dad passed away, he left me an inheritance.
Ooh.
This is a good one, dude. That I'm supposed to get on my 18th birthday.
Is this a listener or is this a...
This is from Reddit.
Okay.
I haven't failed to mention that.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm also getting survivor's benefits that my mom uses for me when I need things, so it's not like she uses this inheritance on me.
Mm-hmm.
They bought a house that we moved into. It was weird for me because my entire life we lived in a 3-bedroom apartment. My stepdad is a substitute teacher and my mom's part-time receptionist.
Okay. Okay. I already have a feeling where this is going.
They never even had enough for us to go on vacation or anything like that, but all of a sudden they had enough to fucking buy this large house out of nowhere.
Yeah.
My mom looked guilty about all of it the entire time until she finally admitted that they used some of what my dad left me to buy the house, which caused me to lose my temper. They tried to justify that it was for me too, and I asked him, does that mean they're moving out when I'm fucking 18? The house is going to be in my name? And they're like, no, that's what I thought. Supposedly, the house was for me, but the max time I would have lived there was only a few months.
Wow.
I mean, this person was 17 when it all happened.
Yeah, yeah.
And there is still some money left if I went to a cheap college, but I still can't believe they used my money for something for themselves. The amount could have helped me get my own damn house. Also, I think it's funny since my stepdad didn't like my dad, because since I was spending more time with him, that meant my mom had to pay a little, and my mom had to pay child support. But he doesn't care about using the money he left for me. Sorry if this is a bit of a rant, but where I'm asking it, what I'm asking, am I an asshole? But I'm asking it. I was an asshole last Saturday. His family, they all came over to stay at the house. They stayed Friday night, so it was the next morning when I'm getting ready to go to work. I made myself eggs in a hurry before I left. My stepdad asked how come there wasn't more for his family. And I told him it's because I'm already leaving for work. There wasn't going to be time for me to make enough eggs for everybody in the fucking house. He acted like it wasn't a big deal, and then, me being a little late, it's so rare that it's not going to be that big of a deal if I'm late leaving the house. We go back and forth because I'm not going to stop and make breakfast when he can do it himself. Then stepdad says, "Don't talk to me like that in my house." By the way, there's no door in the kitchen, and that leads right to the living room, so they could hear all this. I said loudly, "Actually, it's my house since you paid for it with my money, and don't forget they stole from me." My mom is expecting me to apologize for embarrassing him in front of his own fucking family.
Nah,
because
fuck that.
After I left, they all had something to say about it. They already went home by the time I got home, but you could feel the tension. He straight up ignored me. That's how bad it was. I don't feel like there's anything for me to apologize for.
Not at all.
So that's where she thinks I'm not being a good son and being kind of an asshole.
No.
I want to know if others feel the same way.
In my opinion, it's kind of assholey, but at the same time, it was well warranted. And you make sure, especially when you're gonna sit there in front of your own family and act like that you got that shit all on your own. Like, it's my house. You're gonna get your shit called out on for that.
That's a wild situation.
Yeah. Good for them.
It wiped you out.
Yeah.
This person needs to burn the house down.
Like, oh, you can't get in trouble. It's your own house.
Someone needs to learn a lesson.
As long as you're trying to cash in on insurance.
This isn't in.
But you can't get in trouble with stuff.
I always tell I rehearse this in my brain. If for some odd reason, I've told myself, if one day I came home from work and there's 20 guys in there just ripping my wife to shreds.
Fucking 20, damn, dude.
27 guys.
Okay. That's good.
Which I know would never happen. My wife is fucking wholly devoted to me. She's so into me, dude. She'll suck my penis sometimes.
Damn, dude.
She's into me.
Yeah.
We're into each other. I mean,
physically.
We fucking wear the same socks and shit sometimes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Anyways, I tell myself, even if that happened, I'd just turn a blind eye for the sake of my children not have to dealing with a stepfather. I don't ever want another man to step into the role of he's the guy every night.
Yeah.
He's helping with homework. He's fucking going to the dances. He's helping with the hard talks. He's giving the advice. That'll never happen.
Sure.
That'll never, ever happen. And I think that that's, and it's easy for me to say that, but there's guys, I know there's guys that listen to this show, there's girls that listen to this show that have went through a situation like that. There's women that, I'd say there's probably a lot of women where the fucking dude just wipes his hands of it.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen that motherfucker coming long before you had a kid with him.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly. I could never, ever, ever let another man be the man in my daughter's life. I'm a girl dad. 3 daughters.
Yeah.
Got it going on, buddy. I could never, ever let another fucking man step in and try and be the hand that holds their fucking, be the man that holds their hands to the fire. And could never allow it.
Yeah.
So I've told myself, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I got a good woman that takes good care of me. We love each other, truly, madly, deeply do, just like Savage Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Chicka Cherry Cola.
That's a good one.
And I fucking feel bad for people that are watching other people essentially raise their kids.
That's the
Tough.
thing, man.
It's tough.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I couldn't do it.
No, in this next story, this is a caveat. This next story is why I would never, ever fucking let it happen.
All right.
Officers responded to a storage facility in Sacramento, which Sacramento is literally a toilet in the middle of America. It's California's butthole for as disgusting, poverty-stricken, homeless fucking epidemic, poop on the street. For as nasty as that state is, Sacramento is the swamp pit of all of it. It's disgusting.
Interesting.
I've been there. It's fucking gross. Roy's there. I love him, though. Officers responded to a storage facility after receiving a report of a dead body in one of the units.
Damn.
Sadly, it was the body of 5-year-old Callie Anderson.
Man.
According to an affidavit obtained by Fox 40, the storage unit on the 1800 block of Glen Rose Avenue belonged to Joe Garcia, who called the police after finding a plastic drum that contained the decomposing body of a child. Garcia said that Nevada resident Tyler Anderson called him and asked if he could store stuff in the storage unit on May 11th, according to the affidavit. On March 14th, Tyler, the storage unit, the person that asked to borrow the storage unit, asked to store more stuff. That was on May 14th. Garcia called the police on May 15th after discovering 5-year-old Callie Anderson's body. The Reno Police Department says Tyler and his wife, Avriana, they rented a vehicle which was used to transport the child's body from Reno to Sacramento. The affidavit stated it was a U-Haul van that was rented on May 10th. The Andersons have 2 boys together. Callie was Tyler's daughter. Avriana was the stepmom, the evil stepmother of the deceased little girl. Tyler's daughter the girl appeared to be malnourished and emaciated.
Yep.
According to the coroner's office information found in the affidavit, Sacramento and Reno police departments have entered a joint investigation into the case. According to the Reno Police Department, Callie Anderson, the 5-year-old, died sometime 2 weeks before her body was found inside the storage unit. According to the affidavit, Avriana, the stepmom, the wicked stepmom, stated during an interview with law enforcement that Callie was experiencing health problems, but did not seek medical attention for the little girl because Callie was her husband's daughter and therefore his responsibility and not hers. The affidavit obtained contained the following information. Avriana, the evil stepmother, stated that the little Callie became unresponsive on May 4th around 10 p.m. The Andersons tried CPR for 3 hours.
Fuck.
Before putting Callie in a cold shower in an attempt to wake her up. They did not call 911. The Andersons then proceeded to put Callie's body into a duffel bag, then put the bag into a closet for 7 days. Investigators, I'm telling you, this is why you don't find some fucking stranger raising your kids. This is exactly it, man. Investigators found an animal crate in the bathroom with handcuffs attached, a girl's backpack next to the crate with clothes inside, and a hat that said Callie on it. There was no sign of a pet living in the home, which leads to the belief that the Andersons were keeping 5-year-old Callie starving for her life inside of a fucking crate in a bathroom. Neighbors thought the Andersons only had 2 kids, both boys. No one mentioned a girl. It's believed that they isolated Callie from the public's eye. No one had any idea that she existed. That's how isolated they kept her. When entering the Andersons' home to speak with Avriana, Reno police noticed that the home was extremely unkept with spoiled food on the counters and floors. Investigators revealed that the child had been severely neglected prior to her death. Callie's mother Leonie Robinson, said Tyler Anderson, the father, had full custody of their daughter. The biological mother said little Callie was always smiling and wishes her daughter was with her instead of her father, Tyler Anderson. Detectives arrested Tyler Anderson. He was booked into the Sacramento County Jail on manslaughter charges. Investigators say that Avriana, the evil stepmother, was in custody as well, and she was facing 2 charges. The first, child abuse. The second, destroying or concealing evidence. Both Avriana and Tyler Anderson were convicted of the crimes they were charged with. Kevin Ward, who knows Tyler, said, "It's hard for me to believe Tyler would do anything like this or be involved in something like this because he loved that little girl, but you don't know what people do behind closed doors."
Yep.
The both of them were, I believe this actually maybe was, I want to say they were sentenced in Oregon. I don't remember, but they took plea deals. And they will be eligible parole for after 20 years of incarceration.
It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Love them states where you can fucking literally starve a child in a you can literally starve a child to death.
It's crazy to me, man.
You can tighten that if you need to.
Yeah, it's okay. I was just trying to move it a specific way.
Those fucking states, dude, we gotta figure that shit out.
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
It's bad.
Wild.
The fact that you aren't sentenced to life in prison for murdering a small child, that makes me want to take a shovel myself and break the west coast of America off.
Just dig it yourself. Dig the trench.
I want to get all the people I love out of it.
Yeah.
I want to get fucking Jesse Ramirez. I want to get Loopy Loop off Instagram. I want to get all these people that we love so much from California. So many of them. I want to take them with me. Save them. And then I want to use a shovel, a garden spade. And I want to break the fucking state off and push it in the ocean. Let it sink.
You'd be doing a lot of people a favor.
I know. So much bad stuff that happens in California.
It's California or Florida, man. One or the other.
And Tupac always said California knows how to party, but I just don't think that not everyone's partying the same way out there.
Definitely not, man. Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty out there, so maybe I'll keep it. But they need to stop fucking hurting kids out there.
Yeah, dude. It's good old California, man.
This is from a listener.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we had a few listeners, legitimately, like Liz. We're going to have to get back to her because we're going to be able to do an entire episode with her.
Yeah.
Some of these stories, I'm thinking to myself, holy fucking shit.
I think she's already commented on the YouTube video.
Liz, I'm sorry. Your story is worth a full episode. It's worth a Dark Vault, and we'll reach out to her. She's usually on the post-show Zoom.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry, I'll edit that out.
No, leave it.
This is from Josh, our buddy Josh. He said, my mom's second husband was a fucking nightmare. Once they got married, he turned into a vile human being. There was some physical abuse with a belt or the back of his hand, but the worst was the psychological torture. My mom was a nurse and worked 12-hour night shifts at the time at Miami Valley Hospital. Whoop, whoop.
Plays the shithole, too.
Much wicked motherfucking clown love. He would find reasons that I needed to be punished and do shit like make me stand in a corner all night and beat me if I fell asleep or pissed myself.
Damn.
Well, Josh, you should have been pissing yourself. He would burst into my room at all hours of the night, empty my dresser drawers on the floor, my toys, topple my bookshelf. Then he would set an alarm, and if I didn't clean up in time, he would beat me.
God damn.
Fuck, dude. All without actually saying a word to me. I hate that. What the fuck did I do?
Sound like the fucking CO giving you a shakedown.
I know. That's how I used to do these guys in prison. Yeah. He would shove a bar of soap he'd shove a bar of soap in my mouth until it was almost all the way in and make me hold it there.
You got me there. I was like, did you realize they shoved it up his ass?
Mom didn't know this was going on, and the night she found out was one that he got bowled. She was home and in the shower. When she got out, she was walking to her room. Oh, I'm thinking about Josh's mom in a fucking towel right now.
You're still fucking losing your place.
Still wrapped up in a towel and past my room. She said he has both hands around my throat and had me lifted off the ground. It was like Bart and Homer Simpson.
Why I oughta.
She grabbed my T-ball bat and hit him, scooped me up, and we got in the car and left. She never got dressed. Oh, that's hot, dude. This is turning into one of them porn videos.
What a good mom.
That guy was a firefighter and was well respected in the Troy community. I still have nightmares about him bursting into my room. Sometimes I get super stressed while while I'm cleaning that I'm taking too long. He gets stressed out because he's cleaning, thinks he's taking too long. Fun side fact, my mom has been married 4 times, and 3 of the men are named Doug. Gary was the only one who really fucking sucked, though. Love the show, guys. Can't wait to hear about other people's horror stories. Josh, buddy, I'm glad you made it out of that situation. You live pretty close to us.
Yeah.
If you ever need help cleaning your room, buy a boy and a towel. Call us. Send us an email.
Yeah.
Call me, 937. I'm not doing that.
I was like, damn, dude. Getting ballsy.
I can't do that. Let's see here. This is our last listener submission here. What's up, you fat fucks? Okay.
How rude.
Hold a second. I got to get her name first because
okay.
You don't get to call me a fat fuck without me revealing your name. That's the way that works. Megan. Okay, bitch, we'll read your story. This is from one of our sweet listeners, Megan. I know my story won't be as funny as some of these other cocksucker stories. Jesus Christ. But any excuse to talk about my childhood trauma, I'm going to take it. My dad started dating this fat midget after him and my mom divorced. Pretty soon after, she moved into our house. Since I was young and the divorce still felt pretty fresh, it's safe to say that I hated the cunt, and with good reason. She constantly called my little brother fat.
Damn.
But was he, though? Oh, okay, this sucks. She would take food away from him and tell my siblings and I how Dad would choose her over us in a second. Pretty bold thing to say when you look like you just walked out of a 12-hour shift at the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Yeah.
Anytime we told our dad about the shit she would do or say, he wouldn't believe us because he was getting that pussy, which that sucked too. She also had 3 sons who were far more important than my siblings and I. Her main goal was to get us to move out of our dad's house, who we pretty much lived with full time, and move them in. Obviously, my older sister also hated the bitch, and after all the nasty shit she would do or say to us, mind you, we were literally 12, 10, and 8, my sister and I started fucking with her shit. My sister super glued her flat iron shut. I covered her makeup, hair, stuff, drawers, and clothes in Vaseline. I would put pins in her underwear.
Oh, God.
On the fucking floor near her bed. So she would lay in them or walk in them. I also put laxatives in all her drinks, in her hair in her shampoo.
Damn, dude.
What kind of fucking dirty ass trick is that to put hair in her shampoo?
Make her think her hair's falling out. That's awesome. Oh, that's fucking great.
What a vile. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Love it.
Love you, Megan. Fast forward a few years, she got worse. Well, one day she was at our pool with her oldest son. My dumb ass was fucking around on our porch taking videos of baby birds that hatched out of sight from the pool, but close enough to where I can still hear them. Since I was recording a video on my phone, you could hear her talking to her adult son about her plan. How she hated my siblings and I, called my little brother a fat pig, and said she couldn't wait till my dad agreed with her to move us out of the house. I didn't even realize until I watched the video inside that you could hear it all, and I was so excited. I ran and showed my sister, who then showed my dad. A week later, that bitch had all her shit moved out. I'm 24 now, and that bitch got uglier as the years went on.
Hell yeah, fuck
Her
that bitch.
life got even shittier after my dad kicked her out. That bitch worked hard to get us out of my dad's life, but the devils work harder.
And she got her karma.
And she got her karma.
Love it. Fuck that bitch.
Love you, Megan. Sorry you had to go through that. Jeez.
Love it.
Now, we'll have to save. We posed a question on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
We said, what are some of the most inconvenient places to take a shit?
Yeah.
Now, I know you being a connoisseur of toilets. By the way, guys, that's the end of the episode. Some people say, oh, you get off topic too much. Well, the fucking topic's done now, you jabroni. You fucking meat salad. You
bitch.
The topic's over. Great episode. Go ahead and pass on the back. Give us our roses. Tell us it was great. We're on to a little side turkey right now.
Little side guy.
What are some of the most inconvenient places to take a shit? I'll tell you why. Because I took the girls. I had a little daddy-daughter date over the weekend. I took all 3 girls to the Fairfield Commons Mall.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the pottery store. And we painted pottery together.
Aw.
I told you, I've been drinking about 8 gallons of water a day.
Yeah.
I said, excuse me, ma'am. May I please use your bathroom? I'm going to urinate. She said, don't take you this way. I go in the bathroom. There's a stall and there's a urinal.
Mm-hmm.
She said to me, we typically don't let the public use our bathroom.
Okay.
Thanks. You mean piss in a fucking pot over the... I mean, what the fuck do you want me to do? You mean piss myself? What do you want me to do?
Uh-huh.
We typically don't let people use our bathroom.
I don't fucking care. Just let me use it or tell me to go somewhere else.
Thanks, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go in this bathroom. There's a stall and there's a toilet. There's some poor soul in there. Absolutely destroying the toilet.
Oh,
Just
man.
riding the lightning. Ball smacking, butt flapping, doing the do.
Yeah.
The person's audibly gasping.
Yeah.
I can hear the life leaving their body.
Just their life essence.
They're on life support in there. I'm ready to call 911. But I pissed and I got out of there. I said, that's probably got to be the worst fucking place to take a shit.
That sucks.
At the pottery, painting pottery at the mall.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I asked the question. I said, where is the most inconvenient, worst place to take a shit? This is how I feel. Jeremiah Segrist, he said anywhere outside my house.
I get that. Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I get that.
And then Carl Keaton Ketron had one of the most common answers. He said, my pants. That's the worst place to shit.
Sure.
Worst place to shit is in my pants. John Isaac Calbog, he said the Walmart parking lot.
That's true, yeah. Anything Walmart related is
Who
pretty bad.
shits in a fucking Walmart parking lot, dude? Andy Hall, another one, he said in my bed. A lot of people have problems shitting in the bed.
Yeah, I don't think I ever. I definitely never have. But
Shit in the bed can ruin your night.
for sure.
Jason Gossett said, for me, it was caving. We were ridge walking, and nature called amongst the trees. None of us had any paper, and it was winter, so no fresh leaves. Best we could do is my buddy had a hefty bag, so I used that. It was like wiping with a paintbrush.
Hell yeah, dude! Paint the mountains with your fucking poop.
Taking a shit and essentially wiping it with a plastic bag.
Yeah, that sucks.
That does not work.
That would suck. No fun.
Oh, Gerald Tupperville, he said the dance floor at a wedding.
That'd be bad.
Juston Vastil said in your kid's lunchbox while stuck in traffic.
Oh, yeah.
That's another reason I don't want to live in California.
Oh,
a lot of people got shit in traffic jams all the time.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Kenny Elf said definitely the music festival. I hear them music. We had a lot of people say music festival.
That was my thing. Is at any
music venue,
any place that there's a lot of people using porta potties,
entertainment venue.
Yeah.
David Haggerty said literally any bathroom Nick walks into, which I felt was underhanded, very aggravated.
Yeah.
Possibly a shot at me. I don't know if he's talking about Nick Alexander.
Yeah.
Me. I don't know if he's talking about fucking Nick Cannon, the entertainer. I don't know if he's talking about Nick Carter, the Backstreet Boy. I don't know if he's talking about Nick Hogan, the racist fucking dude, Hulk Hogan's son. I don't know what he's talking about. Sarah Kiomini said, porta potties in general. Porta potties at music festivals in the summer. Gray Cooks, one of our best friends from over the pond, he's actually in Australia, said, I did an aqua bog once at the beach. I don't know what the fuck that is. Face out in the ocean and wait for a wave to come in. As it hits you, release the demon. And the wave washes away to shore. In this case, just as the turd started to wash away, my friend come running out to me to see what I was doing out in the ocean. So he sent a fucking turd sandward and we fucking shit on his friend. Charlie K said Montgomery County Jail, worst place to shit.
Yep,
you've shit there.
I have.
Is it as bad
on the right side of the bars? It's fine.
What they said, is it as bad as you think it is?
Yeah, it'd probably be awful.
Okay.
Inside the cells or inside the cells.
One of our good friends, longtime listener, Jessica Popper, said the top tank is inconvenient but worth the result. Got to get the tank lid off quietly, then balance. Thank you, Jessica. Tommy Hobson said in the back of a FedEx truck in a bag. Ask what Brown can do for you.
Yeah,
I think that's UPS.
Yeah.
FedEx, their slogans to be, we shit in the back.
There's poop in the back.
We shit in the back of this bitch.
Oh, man. Good times.
Mark Copperell, Huber Heights Meyer bathroom.
Yeah, any Meyer bathroom, any grocery store bathroom.
You know all about the the Meyer bathroom,
Yeah.
but the fucking Huber Heights Meyer bathroom, utter disgust. It's
bad, man.
Fucking gross.
Yeah.
And then one of our good friends, Stanton, he said, I was on a railroad job, no fucking bathrooms in sight, so I hid behind a gravestone dated 1860.
God damn.
Let her rip, took a shit.
R.I.P.
I'm probably haunted now, but I'm sure the ghost knows that it was indeed an emergency.
R.I.P. dog.
R.I.P.
That's a spooky shit.
It's a spooky dookie.
Spooky dookie. Yep.
You about to have an accident?
I'm about to piss my fucking bitch tits off, man. I got pissed so fucking bad. I'm doing the weeble wobble over
Let's
here.
do another 20 minutes on here.
Fuck you, dude. I got to piss.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Tell them the good news, Robert.
I fucking love you guys. My bladder doesn't, though. I'm sorry.
Piss, baby.
Piss, baby.
See you guys.
Bye.
Be cool with like a 5
I got to go. Beverly just got punched in the face by Carter because he's fighting Colton right now.
What?
Yeah. So I got to go home and fucking lay down the elbow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How'd she get punched in the face?
Trying to break them up, and he's swinging at her and fucking end up swinging at him and hit her.
You gonna hit him?
I'm probably not gonna hit him. I'm gonna beat his ass.
Hit him, dude.
Punch him in the fucking face.
Can't hit your kids.
Texting her the whole time. She's like, get
Oh, see you, man.
See you, dude.
All right. Well, I'm going to the Zoom. See you, YouTube. Rob's kids are beating up his wife. She's got to save the day.